Alright, so the first thing we're gonna do is Griffin, the remaining two military engines made it to Sodor, and they've alerted the other engines on what's happening. They're gathering up a little army to try to stop us. Well, that's not gonna stop me. Remember everyone, our main target is Ryan. Now, Diesel 10, Bowler, your job is to capture Ryan and bring him to me. If you fail, I'll give you another chance, but if you fail again, there will be consequences. William, I want you to help Diesel, Air, and Bird gather up the island's coal supplies. Mason, you, Randall, and I will start capturing that army of Sodor engines. Okay, said Mason. Alright, we're all gonna split into teams of 4. Team 1, Roxanne, Oliver, Ryan, and Norman. Team 2, Sydney, Percy, the Boss, and Golden Gilbert. Team 3, me, Patriot, Spire, and Dodge. And Team 4, Spancan, Adam, Brian, and Ricky. Are there any questions before we get started? Yes, Norman. Yeah, could me or Ryan get moved to a different team so that we're not working with each other? He's not trustworthy. You take that back. I teamed you up with Ryan because you need to apologize for pushing freight cars into him the other day. Alright, any more questions? Yes, Sydney. Where am I? I think we have time for just one more question. Yes, Splatter. I'm sure we all like to know what we're supposed to be doing. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. Alright, Percy's team, you 4 are to protect the island's coal supplies, as the Diesels will most likely try to get rid of it. Spancan's team, you 4 are to start capturing the Diesels before they can capture us. Okay. Oliver's team, you 3 are to protect Ryan, as I'm pretty sure the Diesels will be wanting to get Ryan the most. And then my team will hunt down the leader of this gang. I predict it's going to be Diesel 10. Actually, it's not Diesel 10, said Harold. What? It's not? Yeah, it's an orange Class 08 diesel shunter this time. An orange Class 08 diesel shunter? Nah, it couldn't be Griffin. Yeah, he's probably been gone for years. Or something. Alright, everyone move out. We've got a railway to rescue. So the engines were sent out to do their assignments. Spancan, Ricky, Adam, and Brian went out to look for diesels. Percy, Sydney, Golden Gilbert, and the Boss went to the coal yard to guard the coal supply. It wasn't long before Sydney began to sing a little song, and he started moving back and forth as he sang. Ah ha ha, he, a very special job for me. I have to guard the island's coal and help foil the Diesel's goal. Sydney was dragged away by Griffin, but none of the engines noticed. They were too busy singing the song that Sydney had just been singing. It was quite catchy. Meanwhile, at Navert Station, this is the big waste of time. I'm sure if we just hand Ryan over to the Diesels, they'll stop the invasion and go back to where they came from. No, we will not be handing Ryan over to the Diesels. I'm pretty sure they won't stop even if we do that. But guarding Ryan is very boring. I should be out hunting Diesels and knocking them off the track.
We
can tell some stories or something to pass the time. So let me go first. This one time, not long after I was saved from scrap by Douglas, I was pushed by the troublesome trucks into a turntable well, and after that they started teasing me, and I soon put a stop to their antics after I pulled their leader Scruffy apart. And Norman was so busy listening to Oliver's story that he didn't hear Diesel 10 and Bowler sneaking up behind him. They were trying to get to Ryan, but Norman was in the way. So they just coupled to Norman and pulled him away quickly. Back at the coal depot, the boss had just noticed that Sydney was missing. He was about to speak up when he heard a voice. Please, oh help, somebody help me, oh, I'm stuck. Oh please, someone help me, I can't move, someone, anyone help. Without suspecting anything, the boss puffed over to the tunnel. There's no one in this tunnel. Uh-oh. The yellow diesel gave the boss a big bump, which gave him a big hit on the head, which knocked him out. Percy and Gilbert were too far away to hear anything, and Mason and Jetson pulled the boss away. Meanwhile, Oliver was still telling stories at Nafford when Thomas puffed by. "How's it going over here, guys?" asked Thomas. "Oh, it's going fine," said Oliver. But Thomas wasn't convinced. "I don't see Norman back there," he said. "Uh-oh," said Oliver. "They must have got him." And Oliver was right. Diesel 10 and Bowler brought Norman to the other railway, but Griffin was not pleased. "I asked you to bring me Ryan, not Norman," said Griffin. "Sorry," said Diesel 10. "It's just that Norman was in front of Ryan, so we couldn't get to him. So why couldn't you just couple them both up together and take them both away? Or, since there's two of you, you each could have gotten an engine. Diesel 10, you could have taken Norman, and Bowler, you could have gotten Ryan. You didn't have to work together to just capture Norman." "Sorry," said Diesel 10 and Bowler. "Put Norman away and go find Ryan," said Griffin. "This is your last chance, so pray that you do not fail me again." As soon as Diesel 10 and Bowler left with Norman, Mason and Jetson arrived with the boss. "Nice work, you two," said Griffin. "Tenor engines are a major threat. And I believe there were 2 tenor engines in this gang of engines that we're trying to capture. So now you two need to capture the other one. What's his name? Patriot." "Randall's already on that, sir," said Jetson. "You guys better move to a new location to keep Ryan safe," said Thomas. And he, Sparrow, Dodge, and Patriot hurried away. So Oliver, Ryan, and Roxanne hurried away to find a new location to keep Ryan safe. Thomas, Sparrow, and Dodge were going across the turntable, but just when Patriot was going across it... Whoa, what the... Haha! Back at the coal depot, Percy and Gilbert had finally realized that Sydney and the boss were missing. "We should probably leave," said Percy. "We don't want any of the diesels to get us. Let's take this coal with us so the diesels can't get it," said Gilbert. So Gilbert coupled up to the coal cars. He was beginning to pull away with them, when all of a sudden... Randall had come around the corner with Patriot and accidentally pushed Percy into the coal cars. Randall pulled Percy back onto the rails and took him and Patriot away. Gilbert could only pull away one coal car that was still on the rails.